what are we thankful for? Thanksgiving is coming up, and typically you're supposed to be thankful for something. So
You know what
what are
I'm thankful
y'all?
for?
What are you thankful for?
The fact that we don't have to live through another year.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's
Let's
We
not
not
are
get
get into
we
politics.
politics
over
on
here
Thanksgiving.
over here on the lunchtime podcast. We are very much supporters. Yes, yes, we're very much
No, hey, let's not make this political, okay?
okay.
No,
We
no,
should take
no. Another thing
we
I'm
need to
thankful
take
for.
we need to take
But
the politicality out of it.
yeah, political. I don't think that's a word.
I don't think
It
that's
is
actually
now.
a word. But how
Okay.
about we
Just like
make it?
how I
Let's
am.
make it. Um, we'll mute it so then people can't even won't even know who we wanted.
Yeah, yeah. Just put redacted on the screen when we say anything political.
Okay, okay.
So
But
I you know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for being in a room with my friends on this podcast today. Welcome to
Bro.
Lunchtime Podcast. This is our the third episode, second maybe. I don't even know.
One and a half. At least like it doesn't even matter
It
anymore.
doesn't even. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I
Uh,
can actually
you know,
fact check that, but
I'm
here,
thankful
let
for
let's
these
let me just
cashews.
let me include this part real quick. We have tried to record this like what 4 times now.
well, to be fair, we haven't even gotten. We didn't even get that far. We just it was like, hey, we should record someday, and then it just
Yeah.
never happened.
No, we have gotten together like 3 times, or set up where we're gonna get together 3 times, and then something goes horribly wrong, or it just gets
Yeah, with you.
derailed to the point that it's just like give up. We give up.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, that was only like 2 times though.
Yeah, but then there was the third time where we had it planned out. We were gonna meet together and everything, and then I just didn't get a single notification, and you guys could not reach me.
That was really sad.
Yeah, wait,
I
didn't you
just
Yeah.
try to
realized
text him normally during that?
what?
Didn't you try to text him normally during that whole
No,
debacle?
I think I just only did it through Discord. I'm looking at it right now, actually, in the text
Oh,
channel. I only tried through
Yeah,
Discord,
bruh.
but
yeah.
here's a fact check real quick. It is this is going to be our second episode, and it's already going to be the
Wow.
Thanksgiving special.
That's
We have
crazy.
no upload schedule.
I mean, we did upload episode 0, so technically it's like our third episode, but it's still only
Yeah.
episode 2. Jesus Christ! If we're lucky, if we're lucky, we might actually get a Christmas special for episode 3.
That would be
Yeah, no, that'd be
yeah. That would not be surprising. I I have these
Merry Christmas,
cashews right
guys.
here. Like I'm just eating salted cashews, and I'm gonna be doing that the entire episode.
Salted cashews, bro. What the fuck?
They're actually really good though. Like I love
You
these.
know,
I
I'm
could live off of these.
I'm doing a
he
bit
sounds
of
like he's
jolly
living the life.
posting. I'm in a bit of a joyful mood early before
Have a
Christmas.
holly jolly Christmas.
I've got
It's the
my
best time of the year.
Biscoff like cookies, crackers, whatever the hell they're called.
Biscoff cookies for Christmas,
Yes, because they
Yeah.
already put the Christmas packaging on it.
bruh.
You want to know the number one way to start off Thanksgiving week?
What's that?
What?
Breaking your grandma's window.
What?
What the hell?
Is this one of
Yeah.
the many events that's happened to you recently?
Yes. As you guys know, I cannot have a single thing go right for me without something crazy happening in the process.
Happening.
And so the weekend, it was perfectly fine. Nothing really happened. And then we get to Monday. You like get the dramatic title screen where it's like Monday, day one. Like
No,
it's
it's
like
just like
dramatic.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
go
like
ahead.
the font on the like a black screen with white text that just says Monday, and that's
Yeah, I
it.
know. And you got the drums going don don don. But anyway,
Put that in.
yeah.
Put that in.
So it's Monday, and I'm at home. I sleep until 11, pretty much, and then I finally get up out of bed off my couch, and I'm like, oh well, I got to do stuff. So I go for a walk, and then I head over to my grandma's house, and I get there, and this is the worst mistake of my life.
Oh
Not
no.
really, not really. I've made plenty worse, but whatever. I get there and I go to the door and like it's locked, and I see my brother before I can even
Oh.
knock on the door. He's already just sitting like in the doorway, smiling with that like annoying grin, and he's right in the doorway, like he's like in the window. And so I go to knock on the window, and I have partial anger issues when it comes to my brothers.
Oh no.
So I knock on this window a bit harder than I should, and
Yeah, I
you just
see what that's
hear
about.
bang, bang, and I smash my hand through the window
How? How
of
is
my
your window
grand
that fragile?
of my grandma's front door. Keep in mind, she's had this house for like I think 40 something years, 20 something years,
Okay, that
somewhere
makes more
around in there,
sense.
and she has not replaced this door ever since then. So this door and these windows are old, and I'm always knocking a bit too hard. This time I just knocked way too hard. My hand goes through the window. My hand got all scraped up. I got these deep old gashes that I'm looking at right
Jesus
now
Christ.
all over my
Oh.
hand. I got one like right on the side of my pinky, one on my ring finger, and then I got one like on the back of
Mm.
my hand.
Is there still like
And
glass in your hand? Did you just not clean it up at all? Are you actively
okay,
bleeding?
listen. There may be some glass in my hand. I never really cleared it out that well. I just ran it underwater until the bleeding
Oh,
stopped, and
fuck.
then we put on some band-aids, and Grandma covered me in Neosporin. But anyway, I break a window. I get extremely scared. I get all lightheaded because I'm just like losing a whole ton of blood out of my hand. And nothing bad. I'm fine. I never passed out or anything. I'm strong like
Yeah,
that.
what?
Give me some Pampers because I'm a big kid now. Anyway, anyway. Um, but long story short, for Monday, I break a window, get my hand all cut up, and then I'm just like, man, I am absolutely screwed when my dad finds out. So I clear out all the glass from the windowsill. My grandma's like trying to calm me down. She's just like, listen, the window's old. I'm a bit upset at you, but it can be fixed. And so I'm like, okay, thank God, whatever. And so I clear out all the window and the glass in the window, and somehow, some way, even though my dad came over here to try some of my grandma's Brunswick stew to make sure it was all right, he did not notice the missing window.
Oh
and,
my
and
goodness.
and I hid away in my room all night, so no one saw my brutal hand covered in band-aids. Anyway, and so moving on, we get to Tuesday. Don don don. Um, I come over to my grandma's house earlier than before, and uh, we like have some shards of glass to take to this Ace Hardware in the middle of nowhere, and so we all get in the car. We head to this Ace Hardware, and here's a little side thing. I'm sitting at the top of the neighborhood in the passenger seat of my grandma's car, and there's these two girls on these like hoverboard slash Segway things going by, and one of them sees me and they ride my bus, and so they like point at me and they wave, and I like give a little wave back, and then I look over at my grandma and she has that like grandma grin, like she's about to
Oh
try
no.
setting you up,
Oh,
and I'm
God.
like, no, grandma, they're freshmen, no, and then she was like, hey, it's just 3 years, and I'm like, no, grandma,
No.
Holy fuck.
grandma, no. And it's like, listen, when you're in school, there's a big difference in it. Like a junior and a freshman sounds a lot farther apart than 23 and 20. It sounds like a bigger difference. So
Yeah.
it's just no, no. She's like, fine, whatever. And we leave. And we get to this Ace Hardware store. We buy the window panes. Keep in mind, she said that they would be $238, and I thought $238. And then she corrected me instantly, and she was like $2.38. And I'm like, man, that's pretty
What?
What
window
the
panes.
fuck?
But
You just. What is this? 1990 something?
that's the funny part. We get there, and the window panes actually cost like $7 and something. I'm like, I thought you said they were going to cost $238. I thought you like looked it up and this something. She's like, so, honey, I haven't bought window panes for the past 40 something years. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, I thought you looked it up, but whatever. So anyway, I helped pay for this partially because I don't have enough money for that, but I paid for as much as I could. I have no more money. I'm broke now. Please give me money. I have a GoFundMe. Anyway, uh, and so we get back and we're like, wait, how do we even get these window panes in? And so we're trying to shove it in and whatnot. We end up having to take the frame from her windowsill out. So we're just prying at it with like this paint chisel and a screwdriver or a flathead, whatever. And we pop out the windows to like the frame of it. And we get the window in and we put it back on. And we got some of this window sealing putty. So we put that around it. I clean it off. Looks good as new. Ignore all the chunks of missing wood and missing paint. It's fine, not even noticeable.
Yeah.
And so I go home because we're not going to paint it that day. And I'm at home and I hear my mom come in and I get a call from my grandma. And I check and I answer it. I'm like, hello. And in a dead tone, she's like, your brother told on you. Beep.
Bruh.
She hangs up. I'm like, oh, what? What? And so I thought I was in the clear. And then I hear my brother's voices as they go outside. Dun dun dun. Tuesday night. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, so now it's Tuesday night, and I have to go to dinner with my family. And my brothers know about this because I smashed a window in one of their faces, and the other one loves telling, apparently.
Mhm.
And then my dad, he knows about this, and so I'm thinking I'm dead for it. And I'm gonna skip past most of this because the dinner was uneventful. Besides how cool this place we went to go to, it was Marietta Millet Yard, sponsor us. Anyway, so we go to this place, and long story short, my brother, the youngest one, keeps bringing it up over and over again. I come out to my dad. I'm like, not gay, but I'm like, hey, I did break this window, and he just plays dumb. He didn't care. I guess because it was already fixed, he didn't care. I got band-aids all over my hands, so it's not like there's no evidence. But anyway, yeah, that was all right. I was like, oh, sweet, I'm fine. So we leave. We're getting to the car, and this is when I want to kill myself. I go to get in the car, and I have my earbuds in my hoodie pocket, and they fall out of my hoodie pocket because there's the giant openings, and the case falls and it hits the ground of the car, like it hits the floor of the car, whatever you want to call it, and the case pops open. One earbud lands next to it, and the other one rolls and like lands. Yeah, I'm fine. And the other one, nothing. Sorry.
Who was that?
It's my grandma. I'm in my grandma's backyard. Whatever.
Oh.
And so then the other one like goes and disappears somewhere right next to the door. And I'm thinking, oh, it's just on the ground. Let me grab this one next to my case real quick, and I'll reach under. And I'm like, I tell my parents, I'm like, sorry, give me a second. I dropped my earbuds. And so I go to reach down, and there's nothing there. There's nothing on the ground. And I'm like, okay, well, where's this earbud at? So I'm looking. It's not in the doorway or anything. It's not under any of the mats. Eventually, my parents get out of the car, and they're all looking around for this earbud. Can't find it anywhere. My dad pulls out of the parking spot. It's not there. It's not on the car or anywhere or something. It's just gone. It's evaporated into thin air. This thing
It went to the back rooms.
This thing got sent to the abyss. And this is my good earbud. The other one can barely hear anything. So I'm like, crap. I'm supposed to record a podcast tomorrow. I'm about to get grounded because I just dropped my earbuds and lost them. And I don't have my only good earbud. I'm screwed in 3 different scenarios. And so I'm like, crap. I cannot find this anywhere. And my thing just won't connect to it. And so we end up giving up and we go home. We know it's not in the parking spot. It has to be somewhere on the car. So we get to my grandma's house, drop off both of my brothers. My little brother continues to snitch on me, telling my grandma everything that happened at dinner. And then we get home and we're looking, and my dad just starts banging on the car in different areas, trying to see if we can hear it rattle anywhere. And eventually we hear a rattle, and we look. I guess I was a pro golfer in a different life because I managed to get a miraculous 1 in a million hole-in-one into this tiny like opening in the framing of the car.
What?
Like that sent it into this plastic, basically tube thing that goes around the car.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
Why?
I thought you
Now-
would have just like got it stuck under like the seatbelt like thing where you like plug in your seatbelt.
Oh, that would be
I hadn't even
awful.
I hadn't even gotten in the car. I was like partially getting in when it flew out of my pocket and just landed somewhere. I got a
Wow.
hole in one in this tiny crevice that like none of our fingers could really fit into. Like it's like the Three Bears. That's not the right thing. Goldilocks. It's like a Goldilocks
Yeah.
scenario. My mom, her fingers are too like short and like stuff, so she can't reach down there. And my dad's fingers are just too fat. And so I managed to get the perfect in between where my fingers are like my mom's size, but my dad's length. And so I'm able to touch the bottom and I'm able to get them in there. And so like after my dad managed to get the earbud like centered under the hole, I managed to pull it out by the tip of my AirPod. But like, oh my God, I was so ready to kill myself. I was so ready to end it. Because I'm just like, man, I made it perfectly through dinner without getting in trouble for something that I definitely should have gotten in trouble for. And then I get in trouble because I dropped my earbuds and a miraculous incident occurred. It's just like 1 in a million chances. Freak accident goes perfectly down this hole. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And anyway, that brings us to the end of my week so far. It's Wednesday, so God only knows what can happen next. Tomorrow, I'm going to be asked to carry the turkey, and I'm going to drop it down a sewer drain. Like,
Okay.
knock on wood. Oh, God, I just slapped a whole ton of wood. But anyway, I don't even know what to say, guys.
Well, look, man,
Why
you're gonna
you-
have a very bad Thanksgiving, probably.
Yeah, dude, your life feels like a Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie from what I've heard.
Honestly, I'm going to write a book, and then people are just going to be like, dude, he puts too much fiction in his stories. I'm like, no, this all happened.
It's like you just write about the time like you fucking like managed to hit a hole in one on like a fucking like golf course, and then at
No,
the
like,
same
imagine-
time some other guy like explodes or something, and it all actually happened.
Imagine it's like imagine the story of you said of like if you drop this turkey down the sewer drain happened, and just as it's falling down the sewer drain, it's just a freeze frame. So you're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm like that one video, that one pro golfer, and he goes to hit the ball, and it flies through the air, and it just like absolutely eviscerates a bird. And like and then he goes to hit it again or whatnot, and he, like something other horrible act. Like, oh, he goes to hit it, and it lands in a pond, and it like kills this like famous turtle who's over like 100 something years old that lives in the pond. Like. He go and then like finally he gets the thing, he hits it out and he gets it over into the greenery and he's like, oh, this is all good again. And he goes to hit it into the hole, he gets it, and it's like an amazing shot. Like it was like against all odds. And then he like pulls out the flag, he's like waving it around. You see like a little squirrel run into the hole, and he goes to stab it down. You just hear squelch as the squirrel just gets killed. And he just like drops to his knees in despair.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like that. I'm like 1 in a million chances. Like there's no way this should have happened. Like and made sense, and it just happens. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all of my week.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, my
wow.
week has actually been pretty underwhelming, except yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was Cole. You informed me that you had a good opportunity yesterday or whatever, like to record. And
Yeah, I had
yeah.
access to good mic.
yeah, and that was conveniently the day I had 2 appointments, like a dentist and a doctor's appointment, and
Oh,
and
no.
unlucky for me and us, the doctor's appointment landed exactly after 4, like between 3 and
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect time to record.
I should have just recorded the podcast at the doctor's office, bro. That would have been crazy
Oh
recording.
no!
We get in the car and you just not car. We get in the call and it's just you and you're like, and, like, you just hear like people like screaming.
Because I would have been numb as hell because of the dentist appointment like 2 hours earlier.
You just hear people talking. You hear a drill going in the background and everything. It's
Oh,
like,
no. That would be awful.
No, yeah, that's the funny thing. So my dentist appointment was at like 9 something, and they did so much more numbing than they did the last one. Like they put so much of those shots in my fucking mouth for some reason. But
Oh.
so it lasted pretty long. It pretty much lasted up until I had to go to my doctor's appointments, and then it wore off. So there was literally no good time to record in between that, unfortunately.
yeah.
Womp.
You win some, you lose some.
So, Doctor Vintage, what's up? What are you thankful for other than politics?
Well, like I said before, these cashews, which I just finished.
Oh, the
These,
cashews?
yeah, these Kroger brand cashews.
Kroger brand. Yeah, I couldn't have
Yeah.
cashews. I would die.
That's a skill issue right there.
Well, that's no.
Hey guys, just to prove that I wasn't making up my story, I sent some pictures of my hand
Oh,
and
no.
the broken window to the chat.
Oh,
Oh, wait, the
was
podcast
it's
chat?
not the
no, in
just
the voice chat.
yeah, the voice chat. Like just to prove that like it's not
Oh,
as bad.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
my hand's healed over partially. Like it's
Mhm.
I mean it's puffy and pink, but like I'm sure that's not an infection. And
yeah.
yeah.
I don't
no,
even think
like,
this is safe to show on YouTube. We have to blur
Okay,
that one out.
fine.
Yeah, just blur it
It's
out,
just
blur it
tiny
out.
scratches.
Blur
It's
it
not
out.
like it's not like we're on Twitter and you're seeing a dude get decapitated by a train. Like
Oh, goodness. Okay, now here's one thing I'm thankful for. The fact that they finally removed bots from Team Fortress 2.
That
I
is
thought you
true.
were thankful for sturdy windows.
Well, I mean, you could be thankful that
Yeah, well, I'm thankful for like my hand is not cut up and like beaten,
Yeah.
and also I have all my AirPods and I didn't lose it inside the small compartment of a truck, and my windows are secure.
I'm thankful
I'm
I
thankful
don't have
for Ace
AirPods.
Hardware.
What?
I'm thankful for Ace Hardware coming in clutch with that window that they cut the wrong size
Just having a
and
fucking sponsor in the
everything.
middle of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
My bad. Keep going.
No,
keep going.
it's fine.
You're good. Yeah,
But,
but Team Fortress 2, I have never been interested in this game that much, but now I'm actually enjoying it.
yeah, I can't play it. I'm bad at games. I need to learn how to play it again.
I'm
Team
good at games.
Fortress 2 is like one of those games where you just go around shooting people, right?
Well, it's a
Yeah.
bit more complicated than that. It's got its own like
No.
culture and everything. It's
Yeah,
kind
and
of like
it's
Twitch.
also got game modes, like there's payload, which is where you have to just sit around a bomb and watch it move
okay.
across the rail.
Yeah, the problem is I can't assimilate into TF2 because I haven't been playing it since like 2017 when they did the last
It's
like
never
major
too
update.
late to assimilate. It's never too late to assimilate.
It's
Yeah, that
never too
rhymes.
late.
That rhymes.
Oh,
That
shit, I
actually-
should
that
probably
sounds-
start playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
play
not.
right now.
But we'll do it
You won't,
after.
you won't see me playing. You won't see me playing.
Yeah,
I
you
play,
don't have a device to
prefer-
do it.
and I prefer my games like Dave the Diver and Moonlighter and whatnot.
What?
Dave the Diver is like a fever dream. You should check out some of those cutscenes for that game.
I think I've
like-
seen it on Steam occasionally pop up. Hold on, let me see if this
No,
is the same
game
thing.
sounds made up. That game sounds made up.
No, it's real.
Dave the Diver is
Shoot, the
freaking
trailer's playing.
fever dream. Like I don't even know what's happening half the time. Like it starts off like, oh yeah, you're gonna dive, catch fish, and help run a sushi restaurant. To you need to go and get the key to the glacier door to go save the sea people civilization from their impending doom as the
What?
world heats up and melts the ice, cooling down the divine tree that gives them power to their civilization. It's like,
And
what?
Jesus
That
Christ, dude.
sounds enjoyable, weirdly.
How did I get here? I just wanted to catch a shark and serve it to my people.
Just serve an entire shark to your people. They will be eating for days.
Yeah, like one second, there's this like girl, this little like schoolgirl that comes in with like a puppet, and she's just like, "Oh, can you get me this dish?" And she's like a VIP customer, so she'll come back until you give her that dish. And you're like, "Oh yeah, sure." So you give her that dish, and then like she tells this sob story about her dad got lost on an expedition and never came back home, and how the favorite fish was this like random little like gelatin sort of fish that floats around. So she's like, "Can you catch me some so I can put them in my fish tank? I'd like to look at them." And you're like, "Oh yeah, sure." So you go down into the sea and you catch some of these fish, and the next thing you know, you get attacked by the mother of all of these fish, and like you have to
What?
kill it and everything. And then guess what? You're looking around, you're collecting some of those fish and whatnot, and then you see like this little tablet with a picture of her on the ground, and you're like, "Oh well, I'll take this back to her. It's a picture of her." And so you take it to her, and like she's like, "Oh, there's a little button on it. Let me click it." And like it plays like the last message from her dad, like on his
Wow.
expedition, and he's just like, "I loved you and everything. I'm sorry I wasn't a good father. You weren't able to make many friends because you and your mother had to keep moving to keep up with me and my work. And I'm sorry that I can't be there for you now. If you're hearing this, the expedition went awry, but I hope you know that I've always loved you and I've always cared for you, and that I hope you always pursue your dream of becoming a great world renowned chef and whatnot." And then she like looks down, she starts to cry, and then she like looks at you and like the chef dude you have basically running the restaurant, and she's like, "Please let me work for you." And this like cold hearted dude's just like, "I like your style, little kid. I'll hire you." And like, so you got this like little underage girl working in your restaurant now,
Bruh.
and it's just like, huh, I don't think this is quite right. And then you like check her skills because she's part of your staff now, and she's like, all of her skills are like bare minimum. It's like all ones across the board, and it's like, man, you suck. So you give her some training,
Wow.
and the next thing you know, she's like the best chef in the game. And I'm like, man, you're like so good. You're better than these like middle-aged employees that have been cooking all their lives. I'm so glad for child labor right now. You
This game. This what?
Yeah,
Also,
I just noticed something in the chat like 50
yeah.
minutes ago. What did you send at Vintage? What did you just send?
You'll see. You can look at it. You can look at it.
I'm looking at it. It's not even like a link. It's just a picture.
Yeah, that's a real thing that is in my recommended.
Bring my parents back. Duolingo. Feed Timmy.
Duolingo?
They are leaning into the memes way too much.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
actually scary. It's actually scary.
I don't know what to say about that. That's something.
Like, did you see the one Slimesicle stream that he did where he did Duolingo in the back of a van?
I don't actually know if I've seen that. I gotta look at that.
No,
I don't
it
watch
should be on his
Slimesicle.
Twitch, but it
I watch more Doug and whatnot.
nice. But yeah, honestly, Slimesicle kind of fell off after a while.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. But
Well, he fell
I'll
off when
trust
he
you.
left Chuckle Sandwich. He was
Yeah,
carrying Chuckle Sandwich.
yeah, he was.
Speaking of that, the
honestly.
Chuckle Sandwich is ending.
That checks out, honestly.
Yeah,
But
it's actually ending
sad.
soon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very
Crazy.
sad. It's very sad. It also might have predicted the election because they released that right when the election was happening.
Oh, goodness.
They
You know what's
released the
funny?
video that they were saying they were going to end it within a few weeks.
Wow. You know what's funny?
What's that?
Sleep deprived. Recorded a video and then published it after the election. Like it was recorded before the election, but then they
Uh-huh.
published it after.
Crazy.
Mm.
The lack of reaction.
Well, I thought there was like something more there. Like, did they predict something or like?
I
I
don't
don't
know. I don't remember. I didn't watch all the video.
I don't watch all videos either. I don't watch most of the videos. I just kind of
Oh.
click off. Like when I don't get that dopamine hit, I just like click off of a video.
Now, honestly, a lot of YouTubers are kind of falling off right now.
Yeah, I think like the general media, like the general landscape of YouTube is falling off.
I mean, hey, if they don't want
Luckily-
to fall off, they just got to threaten their audience with like a gun or something. I feel like that would bring them right back. But like, I feel like you'd have to really drive the point home with a certain type of gun you have. Like I'm
Like
just
a
like thinking,
like a JDJ, like a big
No, like
caliber.
Glock 17, and I'm gonna
Well,
use it.
yeah, no, like a .950 JDJ would definitely like eviscerate their audience.
and
and stuff like
eviscerate
that.
them
Like-
as well.
Well, yeah, no,
Not
it's also like the
again.
worst weapon for like home defense. I've heard. Like if any of you have ever looked up a picture, like all of you viewers at home, because we know we have so many of you, if you've
Yeah.
ever looked up a .950 JDJ, that's the caliber, if I'm not mistaken. And that thing is bigger than you. Um, it's giant. It's just humongous, humongous. Not there's no L in humongous. Shut up. Anyway,
Jesus Christ, this bullet is massive.
it's huh? Oh,
This bullet.
sorry. I heard a D and a G in there. Anyway,
What?
you'll figure it out. But anyway, this thing is giant, and like I saw this one TikTok video, and I just started dying laughing once I looked it up because I finally understood it. It's
no.
this like AI voice, and it's like, what is the worst weapon for home defense? Well, you think it would be like something like this or something like that, but it is by far the .950 JDJ. Just imagine you're at home and you hear a window break downstairs, and you start to have a tear fall down your eye as you remember how you lost all of your home defense weapons in a recent boating accident, except for one .950 JDJ rifle, which was too big to be launched off the boat. You go into your closet and you pull it out, just barely fitting in the closet to begin with, and you start to head towards your bedroom door. You go to open it, but accidentally knock it off its hinges with this battering ram of a weapon. As you make your way out into the hallway and go to look down the stairs, you see two robbers start to approach the stairs. You try to get in some semblance of a shooting stance. As the robbers see you, you load the weapon and take aim and fire. You're launched back as if getting hit by a 2-ton semi truck barreling at you at a whopping 20 miles per hour. On the ground, you start to cry in pain, either from the dislocated shoulder or the pain of having launched a golf ball sized hole through your brand new fridge and the wall and your neighbor's wall and through your neighbor's house entirely, lodging itself 20 feet deep into a local hillside, never to be seen again. You look down the stairs to see the mist of what's left of one of the home intruders, and the other one scrambling to his feet off the ground. The sound wave produced by your bullet bursting his eardrums, so he can't hear a thing. It's just a loud ringing in his ears, along with yours. You can't hear anything either, but it does look like he is screaming as he tries to scamper to run away. In too much pain, you let him leave, hoping that he doesn't take anything with him, because you're going to need to sell it in order to pay for the repairs to your fridge and your wall and your neighbor's house.
Jeez.
I wonder how much that weapon would sell for.
Speaking of which, I did look this up. It did sell at an auction, I believe, for $99,152, roughly.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
wow.
Yeah. That auction, it made a total profit, not just on the JDJ, but it made a total profit of like 1.7 million selling JDJ products and different things like that.
My goodness.
Honestly, they should create superhuman people like in real life to wield that gun and just put them out in a battlefield and see what happens.
Yeah, the crazy thing is that the gun is just meant for like experimental use or record-setting purposes. Yet it is illegal to own if you are 18 years of age.
Yeah, because it's just a rifle.
It does cost an arm and a leg, and it would also cost you an arm and a leg to fire. But it is pretty big. I'm pretty sure I'm not exactly sure on the price of each round, but I think it was either $420, which would be funny, or it was like $77, something like that. Maybe $42. I don't know. It was somewhere between $42 and $420 per round.
Bro, I'm stocking up on that for the apocalypse, bro.
Oh no.
Like if people are like the JDJ bullet is selling out in mass, we'll know where they got the information from, you know.
Yeah. You hear companies report, and it's like government recently has been stocking up on a large quantity of JDJ 950 ammo. and we have been seeing a decline in JDJ rifles and revolver pistol thingamabobs in the market recently. And it's just you're like, oh crap! You just hear a golf ball come whizzing at you.
Okay, so can I show you guys something real quick?
What's that?
Like in the screen share.
Okay.
So I have finally decided what I'm gonna get for Christmas. I know I'm like a month early, but
Well,
it's never
typically
too early.
people like ask for stuff months in advance so that they don't sell out. But sure.
Yeah, and also just like what I was wanting to get was on sale.
That's yeah.
So it was on sale because I have like a budget that I have for Christmas presents of $200.
Yeah, that's honestly
And
fair.
yeah, and then what I had was perfectly on sale for 200, like well, not even 200, $199.
Just barely.
Just $1 off. But
Ooh,
yeah, if
it's
you if
a
you look at the screen
keyboard.
share here, yeah, it's a keyboard, which funny enough, I already have a keyboard next to me, but this one it would be more for like a MIDI controller, like something that I could just have in front of me,
Yeah.
just to spitball when I'm trying to make music. But just look at this masterpiece of a keyboard. This
Oh,
is
that's
not
an
the keyboard.
ad.
This
That is an ad.
is an ad. Yeah, we're gonna cut that out.
That truly is a masterpiece, I must say.
Yeah. Okay. But just look at this.
Hang on, that does look sick.
It does.
Most advanced.
It is really advanced.
Oh my god, it's gay.
True. See, there you go. It's gay.
Oh my goodness.
I think I broke my jaw.
How?
Bro, I broke my jaw at the dentist appointment because they were like digging in there to put the stupid cavity, the filling in.
Oh goodness.
I ate a rock hard Mento, and then my half of my jaw popped,
Oh.
and
Jesus Christ.
Ow.
it keeps popping. It's been popping for a while now.
Yeah, your
Actually,
jaw's
My
it
gonna
happened.
god has
unhinge
always
itself.
been popping.
It happened a while back at school. I went to chew a piece of gum, and then my entire jaw just got stuck and then popped really loudly.
Ugh.
And it's
Oh.
been getting stuck off to the side ever since.
Oh, that's actually painful.
That's actually
Oh yeah,
really bad.
so another thing about this keyboard right here, this Lumi keys, is that oh yeah, there's also these which are like the EDM pads that you can get where it's just like the
Those
buttons that you
squares, yeah,
can,
the square buttons.
yeah, it's like that but high tech. But the other thing about this Lumi keys is that instead of having like a pitch shift wheel, you can actually wiggle the keys for vibrato.
Ooh, that's actually nice.
Yeah, and it was only a whopping $199.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, let me add some vibrato to that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
What was it? Jesus Christ, what was that
Oh
sound?
no, I don't. My
Oh,
throat just kind of leaves my body every
let's
now and
let's
then.
talk about politics again, but this is less political.
No.
So the Russian banks collapsed apparently.
Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently I don't know if all of them collapsed, but there is a bank collapse in Russia. So that's going on, and also World War III is going on as well. But
No, it's
I
not.
don't. It's almost about to go on. I mean, did
No,
you
it's
did you
not.
see the ICB like Russia launched the ICBMs without the nukes? Like they launched what would carry a nuke just to like kind of
Right.
show Ukraine what would happen. And it looked pretty scary
Wow.
even without the nukes.
I mean, it makes sense. It's Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. I'd say that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's not think about
Yeah, let's
politics
not
in
think
this
about how the world's
podcast.
gonna end and everyone's gonna die.
No,
Let's
no,
think about what we're
no, no.
thankful of.
Okay.
This is Thanksgiving. What are we?
I'm thankful for
Oh my God, he doesn't know what he's thankful for.
No,
Can't
no,
believe
no,
this.
no, no. I got something. I got something. I got something. Uh,
He
the
doesn't
hard
know.
the hard part is not sounding cheesy.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for these cash.
Where did Cole go? He's literally
He's on
muted.
mute. He's on mute.
He heard politics and he immediately dipped out.
Sorry. The wind started to pick up, and then I got hit in the face with a really big leaf.
Really, really bigly? What?
He got
Yeah,
hit
no,
with a big leaf.
I'm
Oh,
currently
Big
sitting-
Lee. I thought he said Big Lee. Like,
He got hit bigly like
okay, why do I see a video in my recommended with a thumbnail that's like a I don't even know what to call that, but it's just the caption is okay, back to autism. What is it? What?
Yep,
relatable.
honestly.
This entire podcast.
Oh, you know what I could talk about? I actually have
What?
something to talk about. So, this is something I'm kind of upset with. Uh, Valve made made a thing, right? They make headsets and like hardware and video games, right?
Oh,
They made
yeah.
a new they're making a new VR headset which is looks like it's going to be a competitor to Oculus. So it looks like it's going to be much cheaper,
Oh,
like it's and
wait,
stuff like
what?
that. Yeah. So
Much
in the
cheaper than
here's
Oculus, and it's made by
maybe
Valve.
maybe I don't know. But so these are three controllers. I think the one on the very right is like an Oculus, and then the one on the
Oh,
left is the Peak Valve
oh,
Index controller, the Knuckles.
oh.
And then in the middle is the new controller made by Valve that they're making right now.
Hey, that looks so weird.
You know,
Yeah.
Valve, on their headset, they should put a little valve on it that you use to tighten it to your head.
Well,
That would be.
that would
Wait,
actually be pretty cool.
you would literally be able to recreate the Valve intro with that.
Yeah, with the headset. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
someone's probably made that accessory. You just like
Yeah, probably.
put it because the Index has that kind of thing where you like twist it on the back, so they probably made something like that.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, now let me talk about why I hate this controller design because
oh,
I want
okay.
you to look at the left one. That's the Index controller. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's peak. It's
Wait,
peak.
It's amazing.
Is there a place I should be looking?
Yeah, in the lunch table chat.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it is
Okay.
missing. The picture is missing one thing. There is supposed to be a strap there because the Index controllers,
Yeah.
if you don't know, they strap to your hands, which allows you to like touch the controller for finger tracking, and it's just
Oh.
like it's a
Oh,
better
yeah.
design, and it's just a better design in
Yeah,
general.
it's the most intuitive controller design I think I've
Yeah,
ever seen.
Yeah, because you just strap it to your hands. You don't even have to hold the controller. Now they're making us go back to primitive like ooga booga hold your controller. So like and it looks like I think that button down there because you see the Oculus it does the same thing. There's like a finger tracking thing with that button I think like on the side. So I think they're gonna go back. They're probably gonna go down the like two finger tracking or something stupid or
That's.
maybe even just one.
I hope you can at least pair the Index controller to the new headset.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what I
that would
hope
be a
as well. But
dream.
the problem is there might not even be like a lighthouse station, like the base stations that you put in your room. That might not even be a thing for this because we don't
I
know.
mean,
What,
I think it is. I think it is supposed to be standalone, right?
yeah, I think what Valve's new thing. The people are calling it the Deckard or whatever, like DE.
Oh yeah, I heard
C,
that.
I don't even know how to fucking spell DECKARD or something like that.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Steam Deck, but ARD on the end. But so people are thinking it's gonna be, it's definitely gonna be more like an Oculus than a than an Index. So they're trying to target like a better price. They're gonna make it lower price so that people can actually like buy it because the Index is very
Yeah.
expensive, but
Oh,
it
it
is
is.
peak. It is peak.
Like the Index, isn't it $1,000?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking expensive, dude. But um, yeah, I just hope that because a lot of people end up having like issues with theirs, like the cable ends up dying, like the power cable and the like what is it like HDMI or whatever. It's like your visual will start like it'll start with these like speckled dots that keep like going
Okay.
around your eyes when you're wearing it, and then eventually it just dies. So
Wait, for what headset?
the Index.
That's
I already have that issue too, because like when you're looking into like a black like void, you can still see these like little pixels, just like maybe it's like a red or blue. It just like pops in and then disappears. It's
Wait,
really
you
weird.
have an Index?
Yeah, Yeah,
That's insane.
I have an index. That's why I've been saying it's peak because I use it.
How many how many Christmas gifts did you use for that?
Well, I think the index was like literally I got like an index and then I got like three other things.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah, I didn't, and those three things were probably like clothes, and like two other pieces of technology.
Probably.
I
Just
don't
don't even
actually remember. I
remember.
don't even remember. I don't remember anything.
Screw Pampers. You got Rampers because you're a rich kid now.
What the fuck? Don't fucking call me
What?
rich, dude. I'm not rich.
Pretend that was funny. Laugh,
Rampers.
please.
No,
Rampers.
no,
Get a
you
cheer and
offended
applause
me.
sound
Rampers.
effect.
You offended me.
Okay, I'll go back to being muted. My bad.
Oh my
Also,
goodness, it's
also
a
here's
J Flat Christmas.
here's a controller. People are thinking this is gonna be a controller that works with it too. That'll like track it too.
Ew, no.
It's what? It's the Steam Deck, but a controller. What's wrong with
It
that?
is. But it's just like it's ugly. It's like it's
No.
just a rectangle with two little bumps on the bottom.
You want to see ugly, dude? Let me show you the first controller Steam ever made. Steam
No, I
controller.
think I'm
Steam controller. You're gonna call that ugly, dude? Look at this shit. Look at this. Hold on. What is that right there?
I actually kind of like that. It's a very simple design.
Bro, you gotta be kidding. You like that, but you don't you don't like the.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
side by side, they don't really look that different now that I think about it.
Well, it's kind of like the same idea. It's like, well, actually, no. This is uglier, actually. Because
Anyways,
the Steam Deck looking controller has like two sticks. This one has like a
mhm.
pad and a stick. It looks weird.
Right now I'm listening to the Let It Snow cover by Jay Schlatt.
Oh yeah, he brought it back up after it got taken
Wait,
down
they
again.
I thought it got no the My Way was the one that got taken
Yeah,
down.
no, they keep getting all of them are getting taken down and then like brought back up
Why do they not just understand that it's covers and not
because
yeah,
the YouTube systems suck ass. That's why.
yeah they do.
And it's also probably mass reporting as well. It could be that people that just hate them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cancel
Oh,
culture,
you're
which
back.
is stupid. Jay Schlatt does not deserve cancellation.
And
He
I never,
can't be
I never
canceled.
left.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
No, you guys keep talking.
Why
What?
you what? You're our third member. You can talk as well.
No, I hit my talking limit.
Oh, you hit your talk. No, you haven't. I think on the last episode, it was either the first or the second episode. You were fucking yapping, dude.
Okay, it was definitely the
What
first
am I
one where I was
watching?
yapping about my summer.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, no, sorry. I had to disappear because my grandma decided now would be a great time to come outside and sweep all the leaves, even though she's been inside, and even
Oh.
though she's been inside cooking all day. And then my aunt figured it'd be a great time to show up, talk as loudly as she could to my grandma, and then kidnap both of my brothers to go watch a movie or something. Not inviting me, but to be fair, I wouldn't have gone
Yeah,
anyway.
you're too busy with important stuff like this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently taken, just like that movie. Um, I got a certain set of skills myself, and it's talking nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I remember. Do you remember doing the thing in band with the sheet that you had to fill out? Like you had to find people who, or did you do that? I don't know if you did that.
Did we do a
But
thing like that?
no, there was
No, it
okay,
this year.
yeah, it was this
Ah.
year. We did a sheet, and you had to go around and you had to ask people like, "Oh, do you do this? Or were you born on an even month? Do you drink Starbucks?
Yeah.
Do you drive yourself to school?"
Yeah, those kind of questions. But I remember, like, I was joking with Max and saying that you would probably be one of the first people to finish that because of how much you yap in class.
No, he would yap too much and he wouldn't get any of it done. He'd like have one thing on his sheet.
Well, I didn't get a single thing on that sheet.
Wow, that's impressive.
Read like a book.
You know what I'm
No,
gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
What? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, here, for all the viewers that are somehow still watching, we're gonna have our brain rot on the corner of the screen here.
Yeah, you're gonna have my Team Fortress 2, my crappy gameplay.
Oh, you got
You
an
know,
item. You got an item in your
Wait,
thing.
what?
Get it.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
you
look
know,
at the item.
when I was
Oh,
when I was
what
asking
the?
people what they would need in order to watch this more, there was a good couple of people that said they need more gameplay. Like
More gameplay?
the TikTok, like, oh, Subway Surfers on one
Ah,
side, everyone talking on the other
oh
or
yeah.
whatnot.
You know what
Well,
we
I
could
guess now
do?
this is our opportunity.
We should just like do a gaming video on this channel and do a podcast.
Yeah, we
gaming.
could
It would
do
just be
basically
me.
just
It would be
Sleeping
me sitting there watching you guys game and then like making fun of you for doing stuff that I don't know what you're doing.
No,
And
there's a
you
game
guys
we
play
can
out
all
of it.
play somehow.
I mean, we could do Minecraft.
Well, he can't, I don't think, unless we do
Do we
Bedrock.
have Minecraft Bedrock?
I have Minecraft Bedrock. Do you have
No,
Bedrock?
I was asking Cole or
Well, hey, I could always just prop my phone up in front of my PlayStation, and then we could
Mhm.
all play different things at the same time.
It's Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It's just you guys would have to get sensor bars to block out my feet because I like to have my feet propped up on the table, legs spread while playing.
Gross. Jesus
yeah, just
Christ,
just
dude.
get the most dopamine flowing possible.
I look, if there's people with that, if people are getting dopamine from that, I do not want them to be watching. I want them to leave.
What you need to do is you need to take all three of our cameras, crop them, and then put them like all so they're all visible at the same time, like a three
Ultimate
different
brain
areas
rot?
that you can look.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
like three levels of brain rot, so you can like
Wait a
choose
second.
which side to look at. So you can either watch me play my like sort of tycoon sort of games where I build up empires of different things, like sushi empires, catch fish, get murdered by sea people, whatnot. You can watch uh, fuck, uh, uh, TF2. That dude. You can watch him play TF2, and you can watch
Yeah.
you do things like that. You know,
Uh-huh.
Can I sell these on the Steam Marketplace? What?
Right, is that all the items you have right now?
Yeah,
Bruh.
that's all of them.
So for all our viewers, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Thanksgiving, or no,
Merry-
not happy at all. I don't know.
Merry
Whichever one.
Thanksgiving.
Merry thank
we'll
you.
we'll set you free. We won't make you watch these two nerds get down and dirty in some TF2.
Okay,
What?
that's
And then they
disgusting.
That's okay. That's a little.
Thanks for watching the
wording.
third and worst episode of the podcast. We will see you another time. Goodbye.
Hey, no. We